Okay, well, thanks again for having us this week. As usual, a couple of quick points for you. First of all, after the disappointment of Sunday, is there any hope for Ireland as they face the world champion Spain in their second group?
Yes, there is hope. I thought on Sunday we were very, very unlucky with the breaks. The timing of the goals, the nature of the goals, and the fact that we could have had a penalty which was given, should have had a penalty that wasn't given. I would say if you look at Spain's record in the World Cup in South Africa, which they won, in the first round of matches they lost 1-0 to Switzerland, and they won their other games 1-0. So they tend to have a lot of possession, but they tend not to score a lot of goals. And we understand they're going to play 6 midfield players again, no out and out striker. So Ireland, you know, if they play well and defend well, have a chance of getting a draw, in my view. And from set pieces, corner kicks, free kicks, Spain are poor. They don't defend set pieces very well. So I don't believe it's a lost cause. If we were to get a point in that game, we'd go into the last game against Italy needing a win. Now, I wouldn't regard that scenario as impossible. It's difficult, for sure, and you could even say it's unlikely. But there's a chance there. There's 6 points to play for. We need 4, I think, to go through, or at least have a chance of going through. So I think Spain will outplay us in terms of possession. But will they score the goals to back that up? And if we do get forward and threaten them, will they be able to defend set pieces? Now, we scored a goal from a set piece against Croatia. Sean St. Ledger, set piece delivered by Aidan McGiddy, goal. That scenario could happen again against Spain. So I'm not as full of doom and gloom as many people are. By the fact that Spain are world champions and European champions, of course they're a magnificent team, but they don't score a lot of goals, and we would have a chance of scoring a goal from a set piece. So I think that's a game. I think we're still in the championship. I think we're more in it than people believe we're in it.
Okay, and Croatia are in the driving seat in Group C. Can they shock the Italians?
Well, the trouble with predicting how Italy are going to play is that you have a nervous breakdown. Sometimes they're brilliant. They were great against Spain. Really, really outstanding in the opening match, despite the fact that Balotelli was on the pitch for an hour anyway. I think I'd make Italy slight favourites in that match. Maybe the draw might be a favourite bet, because with 3 points under their belt, Croatia won't be inclined to go mad attacking. So they'll be kind of happy with a point. In the case of Italy, they might be happy with a point as well, because they think they've got Ireland to come in the last match and they might fancy beating us. Then again, they might be afraid of Trapattoni, who's a legend in Italy. So in tournament football, there are all kinds of possible permutations. For example, in the Poland-Russia match, I thought in the last 15 minutes, the Russians in particular had settled for the point because they'd won their opening match. Croatia might be a little bit in that mindset. I think if we get a point against Italy, we'll have 4 points on the board. That may be good enough. They've got 2 big, strong centre forwards, and they're a threat to anybody. So that's a very interesting group, and the pressure is on Italy. I was very impressed by them against Spain, but you can never say that Italy will reproduce good performances back to back. Very difficult game to call.
Okay. And England got a point despite being outplayed by France. Do you think Roy Hodgson's can improve as the tournament goes on?
Well, they have to play, you know, they've got the most difficult match out of the way, France. They have Ukraine and Sweden to play. Ukraine were inspired and magnificent to beat Sweden. So they're on a roll big time in front of their own fans, who are extremely passionate. I didn't see any sign that England had much improvement in them. I thought France were unlucky not to beat them. France dominated the match. I didn't see much sign that England were about to explode and delight us with brilliant football. So I see the England matches from here on in as being dour affairs, tight, difficult matches. I don't think they're going to improve and overwhelm the tournament.
Okay. And then looking ahead to our own clash with Italy next week, what would be your thoughts and predictions?
Well, Ireland will always give 100% and do the very best to get a result. A lot depends on how we fare against Spain. If we lose against Spain, then we are out of the tournament and we'd be just playing for pride. But because Trapattoni is Italian, because he's highly regarded in Italy, and for his own reputation, he will want the players to perform and get a result. So there won't be any quit in the Irish team. They'll have a go against Italy. And we don't know at the moment what Italy will need from the game. And the Italians don't do any more than they need to do. If they just need a draw, it will be a draw. So I would say the most likely outcome of that game is a draw.
Okay. And then looking towards your predictions then in terms of betting, what would be your top tips for us?
Yeah, I'd say, let me look at my paper. I'll remind myself. I'm going to give you a tip which covers the Italy-Ireland game as well.
Okay.
It's 3 draws.
Okay.
Okay, now for a bet, back to our old friend, 3 draws. I think it's the best way to make a profit, and the bet is Czech Republic and Poland in the last qualifier. That game to be a draw. The Ireland-Italy match, I think that's highly likely at the end of that group to be a draw. And the other game I think may well be a draw is the Croatia-Spain game, which again is the last game in the group. Spain may have done enough at that stage, in fact both of them may have done enough at that stage that a point would do both of them. And in tournament football it gets very tactical. So I would say Czech Republic, Poland draw, Ireland, Italy draw, and we'll do that again. Alzheimer's. Okay, so here's the tip: 3 doubles and a treble, 3 draws. Czech Republic, Poland to draw, Croatia, Spain to draw, Ireland, Italy to draw. And I think that may pay very, very good dividends indeed.